Short-term needs are very real in the Canadian economy. Long-term thinking also is needed.
Today, Ottawa will announce the next batch of major projects bound for the fast track. Early word suggests a focus on energy and mineral development.
This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension. But they didn't want to do it the easy way. They had to do it the hard way. And they look very bad, the Democrats do. Many of these unions.
U.S. President Donald Trump blaming the Democrats as he signs a bill to end a record-long government shutdown.
9 out of my 12 operating rooms are closed from lack of nurses. And yet we're being blamed for the issues in the system.
More doctors in Quebec feeling fed up, making plans to move out of the province over a new compensation plan.
That's honestly crazy. It reminds me of the movie Speed.
A man in Hamilton accused of stealing a bus, forcing shocked passengers inside to go along for a joyride. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. You heard me say serious there. There's serious weather right across the country. What we just saw out of the corner of our eye was some of the webcams from the BC coast this morning. The snow is coming down and it is not messing around. So we're going to talk about the impact of that weather. A little preview for you. Whenever weather hits the BC coast, you can pretty much guarantee the rest of Canada will see it as weather travels west to east across the country. So that's coming up in your full national forecast.
Speaking of across the country, Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in BC today to announce the second round of major projects in Canada.
50% of global nickel comes from Indonesia. The Chinese own 75% of those mines. We have to disrupt their stranglehold of the supply chain.
CTV News has learned projects on the list being put on the fast track include Silizum's LNG facility in BC, a hydroelectric project in Iqaluit, the Sisson mine in New Brunswick, and the Crawford nickel mine in Northern Ontario. Similar to the first phase, these projects are already in development. As for that pipeline Alberta has been pushing for, don't know yet.
We've heard a lot from the federal government, I would say, in terms of, nice sentiments around bringing investment back. We haven't seen that happen yet.
Alberta Premier Danielle Smith is said to still be in talks with Ottawa. There is the possibility they could sign a memorandum of understanding by Sunday. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says trade was left off the table when she met with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio.
As Foreign Minister, my responsibility is to represent Canada on the world stage on these and other issues. That's exactly what I did. And I'm respectful of my colleagues' portfolios, one of whom is Dominic LeBlanc, whose role it is to cover Canada-U.S. trade.
The two met face-to-face on the sidelines of this week's G7 summit, which happened in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Minister Anand told reporters that stalled trade talks are, well, you heard her say it, are the responsibility of Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc. Instead, she says she and Secretary Rubio discussed a range of urgent global issues, including crisis in Ukraine, the Middle East, Haiti, as well as Arctic sovereignty as well. So 43 days later, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history is now over.
The federal government will now resume normal operations, and my administration and our partners in Congress will continue our work to lower the cost of living, restore public safety, grow our economy, and make America affordable again.
U.S. President Donald Trump signing a government funding bill last night, officially bringing an end to the record-long shutdown. At the signing, President Trump blamed the Democrats, saying federal workers were left without pay, without paychecks, flights were canceled, and food bank programs interrupted. The legislation is the result of a deal reached by 8 senators who broke ranks with the Democrats. It will extend the government funding through until January the 30th. Meanwhile, Democrats say new emails they released from Jeffrey Epstein's estate raise more questions about what President Donald Trump knew about the sex offender. So one of the emails written by Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell in 2011 says this, quote, "I want you to realize that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once mentioned," end quote. Another email written to Michael Wolff, who wrote a biography on President Trump in his first term, references President Trump's Mar-a-Lago club, saying this, quote, Trump said he asked me to resign, never a member ever. Of course he knew about the girls, as he asked Elaine to stop. The White House, by the way, dismissing these emails.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
A major step in forcing the release of the Epstein files happened yesterday when the House came back. Democrat Adelita Garjalva was sworn in. One of her first acts was to give the final signature in a petition to force a vote on releasing the files. Well, back here at home, patients in Quebec are left in limbo under the threat of a family clinic closing, with close to 300 doctors from the province now looking to move to Ontario.
Our government has chosen to forcefully apply a law on us that goes against all of our rights.
So these are numerous family clinics closing as a result. The surge was sparked by a law passed by François Legault's government that will overhaul how doctors are compensated in Quebec. According to the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario, it received 285 applications from Quebec doctors since October the 23rd. This also comes after Ontario Premier Doug Ford invited Quebec doctors to apply to work in the province. Unclear how many of the applications have been approved. Meanwhile, the College of Physicians and Surgeons of New Brunswick has received more than 80 applications from Quebec doctors since October the 1st. So this is a bizarre story. Hamilton police say a man accused of stealing a bus with passengers on it took the job pretty seriously.
One person was looking to board the bus at the time and was turned away because their pass was invalid. It comes off comically, but at the same time, it is a really serious matter.
Okay. So this happened Tuesday night. According to police, the bus driver got off the bus to take a break. The suspect then allegedly hopped on and then took the bus for a joyride. But here's the thing, he was making the stops like he was a legit driver, letting people on and off, refusing somebody for not having a right pass. Oh boy. The ride lasted about 15 minutes until officers caught up with the bus. Very speed. Was it don't go below 60? The suspect is now facing 4 charges, very serious, including theft and driving while prohibited. It's an accordion bus too, that's challenging to drive. An early Christmas gift from Nova Scotia is now on its way to Boston.
The tree was planted when it was probably about a foot big and probably 42 years ago. Decorated it for Christmas when it got big enough with lights and bows, and then when it got a little bit bigger, it was like, well, maybe we can grow this for Boston.
Wow, it's a beautiful looking tree. The annual tree for Boston was cut down in Lunenburg County, one of the prettiest places in the country. Oh, and Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu was on hand to officially receive the 13-meter tall white spruce. She also, as you just saw, she was helping with the chainsaw. The tree, as we know, it's an annual tradition. It's Nova Scotia's way of showing thanks to Boston for sending medical assistance after the Halifax explosion in 1917. It will be lit in Boston Common December 4th. Mayor Wu told the crowd the tree is an enduring symbol of the strong relationship between Boston and Nova Scotia, adding that despite the tariff-related tensions, people of Boston feel warmly toward Canadians. I bet you've never heard AC/DC like this. There's so many of them. This is obviously a massive ensemble of bagpipers. They've just claimed a new world record in Australia. The Great Melbourne Bagpipe Bash took place. 374 bagpipers playing It's a Long Way to the Top. The Australian Book of Records certified the event, confirming this group broke a record that was set by 333 pipers. That was in Bulgaria in 2012. Oh, there's young ones too. I love this.